Hello, I'm going to do a little science video. A5, I did send you a little worksheet out about animal cells. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about lots of different things that I sent you in that pack. I've got me a little whiteboard and a pen, so hopefully I'll be able to draw you some pictures as well to explain things a little bit clearer for you. Let me know how you got on with those worksheets, okay? Also, there's quite some tricky words, I think, in there, like organism. What's an organism? So quite an unusual word, isn't it? Well, an organism is any living thing. So it could be me, it could be your dog or your cat, it could be a plant, anything that you can think of living. Okay, you could let me know of any other examples of a living organism that you can think of as well. Okay, and they are all made up by little tiny cells, okay? And when I mean tiny, they're smaller than a biscuit crumb, okay? Really small. You would need a microscope, which I'll show you a picture now, to be able to see those cells. Now, most animal cells will have, I'll draw you a picture of the structure. And you should have had this picture on your work. So an animal cell will look a little bit like this, and then like that. It's not a fried egg, it is an animal cell, okay? Now if we label it, we've got, you can tell me what this outer bit is. Hopefully you've already had a go at this worksheet. It's called the cell membrane, isn't it? Cell membrane. Okay, and that acts as a barrier, okay, and it controls what goes into the cell and what can leave the cell membrane. Okay, also we're going to look at another one, really hard word, it's called cytoplasm. And this is where all the chemical reactions take place within the cell. Okay, and this is to keep the cell alive. So cytoplasm is one of the key things in an animal cell. Next thing is this thing here. Now I'm going to have a go and write upside down, not sure if I'll be able to. Is the nucleus. No, I can't do it. The nucleus. And that holds all of the genetic information, like the DNA of the cell, and that's in there. So cells are the building blocks of life, okay? And because our body can do so many different things, there are lots of different types of cells within the body, okay? Most of you have heard of blood. If you cut yourself, you get blood, red liquid coming out of your skin, don't you? That's a cell, that's blood cells. You've got muscles all over your body, haven't you? And they are muscle cells. You've also are able to feel. I can feel my arm, I can feel it in my fingers, okay? And you can do that because you've got nerve cells. So lots of different cells within the body, and because our body can do lots of different things, we have different cells designed for the different jobs that happen within the body. Know that cells are different for different jobs. Now I'm going to quickly show you what muscle cells look like. Now without these muscle cells, you wouldn't be able to lift anything because you wouldn't have the strength to do it, would you? So it looks a little bit like this. I showed you the structure of a cell before. So again, we've got the cell membrane, the cytoplasm, and the nucleus as well, to keep that cell alive, to make sure it's doing its job properly. Okay, and its job is to contract and for the muscle to get shorter and then for it to relax. So I can move, I can pick things up, Muscle cells are a big one. So we also have the blood cell, and that carries really important oxygen and other vital substances, and they carry them all around the body. Okay, I'm going to now show you a different cell, which is the nerve cell. Okay, and they look a bit complicated, so I'm going to have my best go at drawing. And again, you can see we've got the cell membrane, the cytoplasm, and the nucleus within the cell. So the structure of that is the same as well. Note it's got all these other bits in. And what they do, so say if you was to hurt yourself, your brain is saying, ouch, that really hurts, doesn't it? And it's because all those nerves are working together and they're talking and sending little impulses to one another. So like I said before, this is mainly an A5 video. If you're not in A5, stay tuned. Hopefully you'll learn something new. Okay, but in A5's pack I did send you some questions out that I wanted you to complete about animal cells, and I'm going to run through those now. If I'm looking down, it's just because I've got the sheet in front of me, so I can read the question out and we'll have a go at doing them together. If you haven't had chance to do this question sheet, pause the video, have a go, push play, and then you can mark your own work to see if you're on track and if you're doing right. If you've got them all right, let me know. Maybe we could do some kind of bonus points or something and do it that way. Okay, so question number 1 is, what 3 parts do most animal cells have? Some of you that might have just started watching this video might have the answer to that. Cell membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. Give yourself a tick for each one if you've got it. Question number 2. What are 2 examples of specialised animal cells? You might have got slightly different answers, especially if you spent some time researching some different ones. You could have got white blood cell, you could have got red blood cell, you might have got muscles, you might have got nerves, you might have got sperm or egg cells. Lots of different cells that you could have picked there. Okay. Question number 3, I asked you to match the cell to each part of the cell to the correct function. Okay, so on this side we have nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane, and on this side we have controls which substances pass into and out of the cell. What one do you think that one would go to? Cell membrane, where the chemical reactions take place. Cytoplasm contains the cell's genetic material, and that was the nucleus. The last question, question number 4, was complete this sentence. Muscle cells, blank, to cause movement, and I gave you 3 different options: change shape, send impulses, or swim. Okay, so they're not swimming. Impulses, that was the nerve one, wasn't it? So muscle cells change shape to cause movement. Remember, they get shorter and then they relax, don't they? Okay. Let us know how you got on. See you in the next video.